What's happening, fam? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. So today I have a pretty dope install for you guys. It's something that pretty much I think every Subi needs and a lot of cars on the market today. Right here, it's an LED hood light, and that's exactly what it says. It's a light for underneath your hood. This thing is actually pretty dope because it's a company called Check It Auto, and again, Amazon for the win. For approximately $30, they literally give you everything in this kit to get this project done. You're just going to need like some of your own tools, possibly depending on your wire schematics. You might need some extra wire. I already have that. You're going to need a wire clipper or stripper. You're going to need a ratchet and socket to disengage the bolts, like say from your positive terminal of your battery when you got to hook up the ring terminal, and a 9/64 drill bit if you don't have any pre-made holes underneath your hood, because underneath most hoods they have a lot of holes already there. You just have to check for where you're putting the pin, and by pin I'm talking about this. So in the box, what they give you, you have your it's about approximately 12 inches. This is 30 chips, 30 50 chips right here. They give you about, I would say that looks like about almost, I would say 10 feet of wire, which is a lot. They give you a ring terminal right here, zip ties. They give you an alcohol applicator pad to wipe down the surface wherever you're going to stick it. They give you an inline fuse for safety, so you're not blowing on any other components if you have like some type of power surge. They give you a hood pin switch. Some of you, if in case you don't know what that is, it's going to work just like this, what I have in Bruce right here. So when I shut the tailgate and it depresses this right here, it disengages the ground, thereby breaking the circuit, just like that. So they pretty much give you everything you need to complete the project. So we just got to get on with the install. Now, as I said, guys, food for thought. You just got to make sure that you have to pick a location where, so if I pick here, this was a pre-made hole in the car. If I pick here, you just got to make sure it's a metal to metal surface, and once you put this in, you can adjust these screws right here. You can adjust them to make this pin either higher or lower, so it all depends on how, you know, when you close your hood. So now when you close your hood, as long as this thing gets pressed by like 1/8, it'll disengage the circuit and turn the light off when you close your hood. So, and now once you open your hood, the pin will go up and you have light. All right, guys, so the next phase is to find a perfect spot to mount the strip itself. Now, I picked right here. It's a perfect angle, so when the hood opens, it beams right down where you can get a pretty good look at everything else, and it's not just biased to like the front of the car or towards the back. Like if you put it over here, it'll just be shining towards the front. So over here is the perfect angle. So I'm gonna time lapse this real quick. I'm gonna wipe the surface down with the applicator pad, stick it, and I'll run the wires. All right, guys, so quick update. See me wipe it down, stick it nice and even. That's literally in the middle of the hood, okay? I put some right here. I put some heat shrink over the red and black just to hide it, just to make it, you know, inconspicuous. Then I ran some wire loom all the way up so you can't see like the red and the black, and I'll tuck this piece in right here. And now I actually drilled a hole. I drilled an extra hole right here, fasten the wire loom, one right through here, fasten the wire loom. I'm gonna run this down and behind this shroud right here. So now, really important, where is this? Just, oh, there it is. So, all right guys, so I've done many videos like this before. This is your inline fuse. You are gonna be cutting this wire in half right here. So you're gonna be cutting it right here, and one end of it is gonna be going on the battery, and the other end is gonna be attached to the red wire right here. So, oh, by the way guys, obviously my vacuum is here. I actually vacuumed up the metal filings from drilling into my hood. So as I said, you're gonna cut this right here, and the one half is gonna be attached here, and the other half is gonna be attached to the battery. The fuse for it is right here. It's a 5 amp fuse. You're not gonna put this fuse in until everything is finished. Got that? So now you could, once you join this, you could solder it, heat shrink it, do whatever you gotta do. All right guys, so real quick, from the time lapse, you saw me hook up the inline fuse and the ring terminal. I just got to put the ring terminal on the positive pole of the battery, but I wanted to show you this real quick. So this is the pin right here that discharges the ground or disconnects the ground, which means it disrupts the circuit. This here is a bullet connector. The bullet connector, or first the ground wire gets inserted in here and you crimp it, and then the bullet connector goes in here like so, and that's how it works. Real simple. They literally, you know, it's like plug and play stuff, you know what I'm saying? So now you're gonna see me in a time lapse running the ground wire, and I have a little treat for you guys. I'll show you something else. All right, so I'm gonna run this switch real quick, run the ground wire, and connect the ring terminal to the positive portion of the battery. All right guys, all right, so the install is complete. I'll show you a couple things. It's getting a little dark, which is perfect. Look at that. Shit works freaking dope. It's actually pretty bright, and it's not even nighttime yet, but you can see what I'm talking about. Now, these are the things. So what I did was, you know, this stock shroud right here, I just used the hole that already came with it. And the hardest thing, guys, is literally finding the depth that this has to go to. So obviously there's screws to the bottom and screws to the top. You could take a simple 10 mil, just run it in here, and you could tighten it like that while you're holding the bottom screw, just to make sure it's fastened pretty good. The surprise I had for you was this. So let's say, okay, I pop open the hood or whatever, people want to see it out of meat or whatever, boom, the light comes on, they're looking. But now I want to show off my my lights like this. So guess what I did? Just installed a custom switch. Just cut the negative wire and just join it on 2 prongs on the switch, and ready. There you go. Click, it's on, click, off. And I could just have a kill switch for it right there. Just don't forget to turn it back on. So now when you close your hood, the light's gonna turn off, and then when you pop it open, it'll come on automatically. Whatever you want, sky's the limit. So that's all I had to do. And as I told you before, guys, once you connect everything, hook up the fuse. For the inline fuse, you put that in last, and just make sure you run your wires neatly. As I said, I used all my wire loom and stuff like that, used zip ties, held it down nicely. So everything is pretty much, for the most part, you know how I am, man, OCD neat. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna tuck the switch under the shroud. Oop, let me just turn that off. I'm just tuck the switch, I can just leave the switch right here because now it's actually fastened pretty good. I'm gonna tuck it underneath the shroud so nobody can see it. And that's really it. So give me, I would say, in a half hour. It's about to be real dark. I'm about to come back. So as I said, guys, they give you everything in here to complete the job. Zip ties, you name it. They give you everything to complete the job. You might just, listen, the wire is more than enough. The wire is definitely more than enough. Like, believe me, I literally had to put a twist tie on it and tuck it underneath that shroud. The wire is definitely more than enough. So I was just going extra neat, doing like stuff with like heat shrink, stuff like that. That's just how I am. And yo, it is freaking cold out here. Cold. So that's really it, guys. Definitely like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. I think it's a freaking dope ass mod. Look at this thing. It is freaking bright, and the angle it is flashing straight down on the engine bay. So watch. Give me half hour. We'll see what's up. All right, guys. So we're back 30 minutes later. Still freezing. So now, as soon as I pop the hood, it's gonna close the circuit. So right now the circuit is open and it's not grounded. So once I pop the hood, it's gonna close the circuit because the pin is gonna make contact with the metal surface on the car. It's gonna close the circuit and you're gonna see the light inside of my hood scoop and the other surrounding areas. See, like you can see the intercooler piping right there. There you go. And there we go. How freaking dope is that? Such freaking great lighting, man. Check this out. That thing is bright, guys. Very, very bright. Very, very bright. 30, 50, 50 LED chips. It's pretty damn bright. There's really nothing to say except good things. And as I said before, if I need to, I got my switch under the shroud. I know exactly where it is. So I can just go like this. Click. Click. That's it. This is the pin right here. The hood makes contact with this. Once the hood presses down, it opens the circuit. Boom. Light turns off. Circuit's closed. Light turns on. Guys, y'all know what to do. Definitely like, subscribe, comment. And I will talk to y'all soon. Peace.